Hi Libras, welcome to Quickie Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled really good. If you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. Let's ask the universe, what can Libras expect coming up here? What's going to be happening? What can they expect for our Libras? What can they expect for Libras? Ooh, Soulmate card right there in the center. Goodness. Well, I have enough cards to get started. Let's see what's going on here. The Soulmate card, the Six of Cups. Also, you might have known them since childhood, like, teenage years or even younger. Surrounds this whole reading, Libra. What is going on here? So this whole reading is going to be about a particular soulmate. Up here in your highest energy, we have the Eight of Pentacles that's working really hard, focusing on something here. I think you put a lot of work into a soulmate relationship. But it looks like, even though you put a lot of work and you focused on it a lot, it looks like somebody walked away. It might have been you. This is in your highest energy here. I think you might have walked away. So, walking away, let's keep reading. From a soulmate relationship that you have focused and put a lot of work into. It happened over conversation. There was communication going on here, and there is a lot of communication here. So I feel like it feels detached. It feels like there was a walking away through like communication. Maybe something was said over in a conversation, or you heard from someone through communication through the airway. So this would be texting, emailing, Skype, Facebook, or something like that. That's, I think, what happened. So something happened through a type of communication which caused you to walk away from working on this relationship any longer. Under the Eight of Pentacles, we have this Four of Cups. So this is like not wanting to look at this cup of love. It's like it's out there. It might be being offered to you. It's on one side of this soulmate card. It's almost like they're trying to apologize or something, but you're not seeing the apology because you're not looking at the cup. On the other side of the soulmate card is the Knight of Wands. Well, okay. So this Knight of Wands energy, this is someone who runs in and out of your life. This soulmate ran in and out of your life. And that's who you had your conversation with, was this soulmate, I think. Because this card borders, it touches this Knight of Wands. It's right above it. Something was said that caused you to not want to work on this relationship anymore. It wasn't that much of a relationship with the Knight of Wands here. Soulmates doesn't mean you have to be together. Soulmates, there's so many different kinds of soulmates. Your brother, your sister, your mother, the person at the grocery store, the neighbor. Anybody can be a soulmate. This soulmate, that's just knowing people from other lives. That's just why they call soulmates. You've known your souls. Your souls have known each other before. Under what conditions? Who's to know? That is kind of wiped from our memories. But that's what the connection is. And so it looks like this energy that ran in and out with passion, disguised as a wand of new beginnings, That's has something to do with this conversation and the walking away, and that you decided to stop focusing. You walked away from working on this relationship. It's like so under the Four Cups we have the Nine of Swords. So this is this up in your head. These are thoughts that you can't get rid of. It's almost like torture. It's like, why did it have to go this way? Why did I wait? Well, maybe it was 8 years, 8 months. Why did I work on this relationship for so long and for it to turn out the way that it did? It's almost like why I think this is an apology that you haven't seen. You have not seen an apology because it's right under the Nine of Swords. No apology for the Knight of Wands actions. And then we have the Two of Swords right next to the Nine of Swords. So you, Libra, were blocking the thoughts for a long time. You're actually guarding your heart now, and you really do not want to deal with it. You have this blindfold on. You have your arms crossed in front of your heart with your swords up. That's self-protection mode, and that is like it's like you don't want to see it. You don't want to deal with it anymore. This card here, it's a both. You don't want to deal with the thoughts. You don't want to deal with these after effects of this relationship. You don't want to deal with the soulmate here. There was time too that went by. You ended up in this feeling of you needed to protect your heart, but you made yourself blind to what was going on. So it's still got you. It's still got you. So right next to the Two of Swords is the Three of Swords. So all that protecting that you did to protect your heart, it didn't really help. It ended up getting broken anyway. And with three swords, there could have been somebody else involved in the mix. Being especially that this is the Knight of Wands who likes to rush in and out with that wand of passion in and out of your life. There could have been somebody else that they were doing that with that you really didn't want to deal with. And then we have this Three of Cups. Now we're getting into this other side of the reading, and I'm going to take out more cards. But this looks like reunion. Reunion. Let me see what's going on here. Give me more cards for Libra, please, universe. Is this a reunion or what? Is it? No, there's Aquarius. Is this a reunion? What is going on? Okay, let's see what we have. Got a few more cards here. Okay. A reunion. It looks like a reunion, but not after a lot of healing. And it feels like, I don't think it's just you. I feel like, see the star, this is the card for Aquarius, so they might have been in Aquarius, might have had Aquarius in their chart someplace, or even you might have Aquarius in your chart. But what the star card is all about, it's very spiritual. It's about healing down to the essence of who you are. I feel like you've been in this process of healing to who you really are. But I think they have too, because it's coming out next to the reunion card. And that's almost like they had as much healing to do as you did. Maybe it might not be for the same reasons, but there was something that they needed healing over to become them again, themselves again. And it looks like they might be ready for a reunion. Let's see if you are. We have the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Interesting. The Eight of Swords is a card of illusion. It's about feeling trapped into something. Now, this is pretty close to that Knight of Wands. So yeah, you were I think it went on a long time. Like I say, I think it was 7 months. I mean, 8 months, maybe 8 years, somewhere's in that neighborhood. A long time of this in and out energy. And you felt kind of trapped. You were trying to release yourself from it. But the point of the Eight of Swords is that it's only an illusion that you're trapped. You could have walked out at any time. All during this 8 years, 8 months, whatever time that you spent with this Knight of Wands rushing in and out of your life. See, the mouth is not bound. You could have said something. If it looks like you did with that communication card right there. You could have walked at any point. You did. Yeah, you ended up walking with the Eight of Cups right there. And then we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Cups kind of solved that whole situation here. The feeling of being trapped. You weren't, and you discovered you weren't, and you didn't. Well, the reason that you were feeling trapped is this Ace of Cups. There's love. There's love there. You had deep feelings for this Knight of Wands. And this Ace of Cups sits right above the star cards. So I think they had deep feelings for you too. So what the heck, huh? So this Ace of Cups, that is a lot of love. Really, it runneth over. I just don't think they were willing to hand it out. They were more comfortable running in and out of your life than handing you a cup of love. And I think you saw that, and you discovered that through conversation. So then we have the King of Swords up here next to the Five of Cups. The King of Swords. This is you, Libra. This is air energy. This is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, actually. But it's going to be you because this is in your highest energy. So you do have your sword up. You're on guard about this this energy here. And I don't think you're ever going to let that happen again. That sword is about truth and clarity in conversation, which is next to that Eight of Wands. Truth and clarity was spoken in that conversation. And right next to the King of Swords here is the Five of Cups. So you're very disappointed in that relationship. But there's a reunion. There's a reunion coming up here. At least, it feels like at least they're thinking about it. And the Five of Cups, if this figure were to turn around, there's two full cups behind them. So looking at the spilled cups is regrets, disappointment. There's a lot of disappointment. If this figure were to turn around, they'd see cups of hope, and their head would come up, their shoulders, wouldn't be so hunched over, and ready to move forward. So right now you are in this self-protection mode. Not gonna, let that happen again. It's like a lesson learned. But we do have this reunion here because there's a lot of healing that's taken place, and there was love. This is a crazy reading. So there was love, even though they turned your life upside down by running in and out. You spent a lot of time working on this relationship. Looks like you walked away. So I would kind of expect to maybe hear from the other person. They might have Aquarius someplace in their chart. I would kind of expect to hear from them about a reunion of sorts. I don't know what will come of it though, but I do know that there was love involved. So Libra, this is your weekly reading. Thank you for watching Quickie Tarot.